Good morning, and thank you all for attending the 2019 Eldon FFA Alumni and Advisory Committee meeting. My name is Freedom Shumate, and I'm currently serving as your 2018-2019 Eldon Alumni President. Since this is our first meeting of the year, and there seems to be multiple new faces in the room, I'd like to start with some quick introductions, and I'll let Gracie here start first.
Good morning. My name is Gracie Amos, and I'm one of the 3 agriculture advisors here at Eldon, and this is my 3rd year.
Good morning. My name is Kelly Engelbrecht, and I'm the director of the Eldon Career Center.
Good morning. My name is Abby Christy Miller, and I'm currently serving as your Eldon FFA Alumni Secretary. Good morning. My name is Charity Overton. My husband and I own SPI Enterprises, and for those of you who don't know, that's a construction and remodeling business here in town.
Hi there. My name is Cassidy Prater. I work in the HR department for the new Quaker Windows plant that's being built west of town.
Hello, my name is Mackenzie Blankenship, and I'm the manager of the Crown Power and Equipment here at our Eldon location.
Thank you, everyone. Next, I would like to ask Ms. Christy Miller to present the minutes from our previous meeting.
In front of you all are copies of the minutes from our previous meeting, held on November 29th. If you were on our email list, these were sent to you last week. I'm not going to take the time to read the entire report right here and now, but I will give you all some time to look over them. And if there are no objections, I'm going to keep the report as read.
Are there any objections to keeping this report as read? Seeing none, motion passes. Next, I would like to ask Ms. Kelly Engelbrecht to come forward with our ECC report.
Thank you. Our Career Center is currently celebrating our 50th year anniversary, and I encourage you all to grab a t-shirt on your way out tonight. A lot has changed over our 50-year history, but our dedication to career education is not. Currently, our state is focused on the skilled labor shortage that's affecting many industries, including agriculture. In Governor Parsons' State of the State address, he spoke about career education and mentioned that we must consider making necessary changes to our education programs and update the training pipelines to ensure economic growth in Missouri. To help combat this issue, our Career Center has implemented our Missouri Registered Apprentice Program. Our school has 11 students enrolled in this program out of only 33 in the entire state. On the screen above, you can see 4 of our students we held a signing day for to help celebrate their accomplishment, and we are constantly looking for new ideas to improve our Career Center and add a better workforce to the Eldon area.
Thank you, Ms. Engelbrecht, for that report.
Madam President, if I could just add on to what our last speaker just mentioned, I completely agree with Ms. Engelbrecht's demand for a skilled workforce. As the Missouri Grown Manager here at the Department of Agriculture, I've been able to speak with others at the department about this issue. And our director, Chris Chin, along with the Dean of Kaffner, Dr. Daubert, are currently focused on solving the problems that Missouri agribusinesses are facing. In the fall of 2018, Director Chin and Dr. Daubert held 5 agribusiness forums with leaders across the state. These Imagine Ag forums looked at the positives of Missouri agriculture, the current trends, as well as some challenges that agriculturalists in the Show Me State are currently facing. At all 5 forums, one of the biggest challenges discussed was the need for skilled workers. And I don't just mean on-farm laborers, but also a lack of individuals who are skilled with tools and trades that are being implemented in today's modern agriculture. Ultimately, what it comes down to is that there are a lot of jobs out there in agriculture and just not enough skilled laborers to fill them.
To add on to what Ms. Miller just mentioned, at the Eldon Chamber of Commerce, we have just completed a survey of our own and found this workforce development issue is a serious problem in our community as well. Over 80% of our members that responded believed that there is a skilled labor shortage in Eldon, and over 60% have failed to fill a position in the past 5 years due to lack of qualified applicants. With that in mind, I think that we need to create opportunities to eliminate this workforce issue. By doing that, we will benefit the students enrolled in the FFA program, as well as local businesses here in Eldon.
Ms. Prater has brought up an excellent point. Our purpose is to guide and support the Agriculture Department and FFA chapter, and if so many of our local businesses are concerned about this skilled labor shortage, then I believe we need to be as well. Ms. Amos, Ms. Engelbrecht, where do we even start?
There is a part of the program that I believe has been underutilized in the past, and I think it can hold some true value in helping us solve this problem, and that will be the Agriculture Occupations Experience Program. Our Agriculture Occupations Experience Program, or AOE as we call it, is a program where enrolled seniors can earn up to 1 or 2 hours of high school credit while working an approved agriculture-related job. Students are released for up to 2 hours each day to go to work, but they must be enrolled in at least one agriculture class during their senior year as well.
In theory, it is a great program that can be extremely helpful, but the facts are that less than 30% of our agriculture students graduate from a 4-year college. In my opinion, it hasn't been used appropriately during my time here at Eldon. For example, we currently have 2 students on our roster who are enrolled in the AOE program. One is a waiter at Baxter's restaurant at the lake, and the other is a cashier at Wood's supermarket. It's great that these students are working and making money, but let's be honest. The skills they are learning likely aren't the skills that are going to solve the skilled labor shortage, and they are entry positions with a very narrow path for advancement.
So it sounds like to me that the problem isn't the program itself, but the placement of students in the jobs they are leaving school to work at. Ms. Amos, is there a way that our organization can help you, as well as the other advisors, get our students the opportunities that are going to better prepare them for the next step after high school?
I certainly think it's possible, but the issue isn't as cut and dry as it might appear. Some of the positives of this program where students are placed in the right job is that they are gaining those workplace readiness skills, they're working and making money to help support themselves, all while still getting high school credit towards graduation.
Ms. Amos, as the store manager of Crown Power and Equipment, I know we will be willing to work with your program on a project like this. We are constantly looking for help in our service department, especially if your students can show up on time with a good work ethic and be ready to learn. Although all of our positions do require at least a high school diploma, less than half of them require more education than that. And frankly, we would prefer to train them in our location so we know it is done right. I'll admit, we don't hire many students right out of high school, but with the struggle we have faced in finding qualified applicants, I know we will be willing to work with your program on a project like this. And I don't see how it could be anything but beneficial for the both of us.
I completely agree with Ms. Blankenship. In fact, when we decided to build our new commercial and architectural window facility in Eldon and promised to have over 300 new jobs to the community, we did so with the understanding that your school district would be working with us and providing the skilled labor force that we need. At Quaker, we know that the quicker we can get started training our employees, the quicker they can master those skills and eventually move up the ladder of our company. However, we often run into the problem of students not even considering joining our team out of high school, when in fact less than half of our positions require more education than that. A program like this would allow those students to get a head start into a company, and it would set them up with a brighter future as an employee of Quaker Windows.
I'm glad you just mentioned the future of this Prater because that's very important to our district. It makes 0 sense for us to let students leave our classrooms to go to a position where they're just going to push a broom in a shop for a couple hours, acquire no skills, and be worse off if they would have been if they had stayed at school and been challenged with rigorous curriculum and craftsman instruction. So, my question for the both of you is what exactly could you see these students doing for your company, and what positions could they work into after they graduate high school and could work full-time?
Like I mentioned before, our primary need at Crown Power right now is in our service department. The last employee that we hired right out of high school, we paired up with one of our more experienced technicians, and we were able to train them the way we wanted to. And the end result was us gaining a very valuable member of our team.
Ms. Engelbrecht, you of all people know, we are not just looking to add new jobs to Eldon, but instead we are looking to add long-term careers. Pivotal in our company's decision was the availability of a quality workforce, which prompted significant involvement on the behalf of the local public school district. Your district has already agreed to partner with Quaker to offer apprenticeships for high school juniors and seniors, with the goal of transitioning those students into full-time employees of the company. As a former FFA member and a product of the Ag department myself, I think that adding the AOE program to our partnership with the Career Center is a great decision and is mutually beneficial.
Ms. Amos, you have mentioned some negatives to this program, but everything we've heard so far has been awfully positive. Care to allude as to what you meant?
Absolutely, and I don't want anyone to think that I'm being negative towards this, because I do believe that the AOE program is a good thing that can be extremely helpful. However, there are some limitations at the job site that the students aren't allowed to do. Legally, there are jobs they just aren't allowed to do. Couple that with the fact that many of our agriculture students are just so busy in high school that they don't have time for this experience. Students play sports, are in the play, band, or involved in student council or many other things. And when we let them leave school for the last hour of the day, many of them will have things to come back to school for.
Mrs. Amos brings up some very good points. My husband and I have tried numerous times to hire high school students, but have had very little success. Our construction company is growing, and we are constantly in need of good employees. But honestly, this is a very difficult option for us to get behind. We've already mentioned that they can't drive company vehicles or operate our heavy equipment. But if you couple that with the fact that they're always asking off for school events or don't show up at all, it makes hiring high school students for us very difficult. On the opposite side of that, we would love to hire students after they graduate high school, assuming they have the basic abilities we need them to. We don't need rocket scientists, but it does us no good to hire someone who can't do more than just clean up a job site, which is what we've used our high school students for in the past. We need graduates who can do simple things, like read a tape measure, do simple math, nothing much worse than a fraction, or just show up to work on time. And if you all can teach them that here at school, we would hire them at SPI after graduation and teach them how to use our tools and run our equipment.
Mrs. Oakton brings up some very good points. Maybe what we should do instead of expanding our AOE program is to implement more workplace readiness curriculum here at school. My daughter Abby's a sophomore, and she's just involved with too many things to be able to handle having a serious job during high school. My husband and I are okay with that. We believe that she needs to focus on her education and extracurriculars. The career will come after graduation. I know that the push right now is to get students into the workplace sooner, but I just don't think that there's that much data out there yet about the successfulness of these ventures. So perhaps what our organization should do is refer this issue to a committee to conduct research and report back on other curriculum options, as opposed to expanding the AOE program.
Respectfully, I disagree. This program is also going to build meaningful relationships between our agricultural department and local business and industry. Too many parents are focused on their children being doctors and lawyers, leaving many good paying career paths that don't require a degree unfilled. It is clear, our agricultural industry needs skilled workers, and by expanding this AOE program, we can help solve this problem.
I think I'm going to have to disagree. There is no question that we need to find a way to end this skilled labor shortage. However, I know that as a business owner myself, it just doesn't work out for us to start training high school students before they graduate. For instance, it's difficult to work around their schedules. They often have trouble getting to and from work, and when they do show up, there's a limited number of tasks they can perform on our job sites. I think our agriculture department would be better served if we decided to expand our workplace readiness curriculum and focused on teaching skills inside of the classroom so that when our students graduate, they're ready to start a career at companies like ours.
Thank you all so much for sharing your thoughts on this issue. Personally, I think it's important that we're more than just an alumni chapter who funds students' trips and experiences. Ms. Amos, as well as our other advisors, count on us and rely on us as their advisory committee to help steer the chapter in the most positive direction for students. It's clear that the skilled labor shortage is a scary issue for business and industry right now, not only here in Eldon, but for agribusinesses all across our state. Now, does this mean that we should expand our AOE program? I'm really not sure. The one thing I can say for sure is that this decision will directly affect our students, and I don't want to jump into making a recommendation for the program tonight. Again, I appreciate everyone's insight, but now I'd like to move away from this issue and on to other reports. Thank you.